Alright, so this is Geometry Notes 2.6a. Let's skip this for just a second and we'll start down here to begin. So this is what we did in 2.6, these first two problems here. So let's start by finding this first one. So it says they want us to find JKL. So that's J to K to L. So we're talking about that. We're going to go right there. So what we could do is we could say, all right, well, I can take this first small angle, which is JKM. That's this one here. Angle JKM. And then I can take this other angle, this other smaller one, MKL. So plus MKL. And that's going to give me this big angle, the JKL, J to K to L, right? JKL, which is what we're looking for. That's the highlighted one. So we've got two small angles sharing a common side, so that means we can combine them. So JKM, they tell us, is 31 degrees. And then MKL, they tell us, is 85 degrees. So if I add these together, then I'll get angle JKL. So 31 plus 85, 30 plus 80 is 110, 5 plus 1 is 6, so 6 plus 110 is 116 degrees is that big one. So I just take the two smaller angles and I add them together, and that gives me the bigger angle. That's kind of the big idea. So let's try this next one. So they tell us to find RST. So find RST. Do that in another color. Find RST. So we're looking for R to S to T. So we're looking at that one. And what they give us, our given information, is this first one. R or U S T. They give us that one. So we have UST. UST plus, if I say this other small one, which is RST, is this RST, that's the one we're looking for. And that's going to equal this big one, which is USR, or RSU. So that's the big idea, is we've got, we've got two smaller angles. I'll erase all this so we can see it. I've got two smaller angles. This one here, UST, plus this one here, which is RST, right? So if we add those together, we're going to get this big angle, which is USR, or RSU. So UST equals 69 degrees. RST, we don't know. That's what we're looking for right there. Tells us that's what we're looking for. But then it tells us RSU is 91. So then if I want to get RST on its own, then that means we got to find that, and I'm going to subtract 69 from both sides. And 91 minus 69 gives us 22 degrees. So it basically says any two or more angles that share a common side can be combined into a larger angle. So that's what we've been doing. Two smaller angles, when we combine them, so we're adding them together, that's going to equal this larger angle here. So let's go on to this bottom one here. Let's take a look at this last angle problem and see how we would do this. So here we've got our two smaller angles, right? W UVW, and then I've got another one here, XWV, right? And they share a common side, so that means they can be combined into this big one, UWX. So I'm going to write that down. I'm going to say UWV plus XWV equals UWX. So UWV is going to be X plus 20. And WXV is X. And then we know this. We know UWX is a straight angle. So a straight angle is 180 degrees. So that equals 180 degrees. So now our goal is, first we got to find X, right? So I'm going to got my two sides. So X plus X is 2X plus 20 equals 180. So now if I want X on its own, I'm going to subtract 20 on both sides. Gives me 2X equals 160. Divide both sides by 2. And we get X equals 80. So we're not done, because the problem actually says to find UWV and XWV. So now let's do a little bit more. So let's start with finding UWV. I know UWV is this one, so I'm going to say UWV equals X plus 20. And I know that X is now 80, so I can say 80 plus 20, right? I just got this 80 by putting it in there. So then 80 plus 20 is 100. So angle UWV is 100. So now, and then we already know XWV because XWV is equal to X, which we know is 80. And that makes sense because I've got 100 plus 80 equals 180, which we knew was a straight angle. So all we do is we just kind of do the same thing we did above, and then when we go to substitute in our values, we substitute exactly what we know for it. And that's the whole idea. So let's try, I want you to skip these two, and let's just try this last one. So we know that this is a 90-degree angle, right? And if we know that it's 90 degrees, then we know, I can say, all right, well, I've got these two angles, CAD, right? Angle CAD. And then if I add that to this one, BAD, angle bad, if I add that to BAD, then I'm going to get this big one, right? I'm going to get the bigger angle, which is CAB. And I know that CAB is 90 degrees, right? So equals CAB. So let's plug in what we know. We know CAD, this blue one here, is X plus 15. We know BAD is this one here, which is 5X plus 57. And we know that when we add those together, we're going to get 90 degrees. So now we want X alone on one side of the equal sign. So we're going to combine like terms. So 1X plus 5X is 6X. And then 15 plus 57 is 72. So then we're going to subtract 72 from both sides, and we get 6x equals 18. And then we're going to, let's erase this here, divide both sides by 6, and we get x equals 3. But it doesn't actually say to find x. What it says is find CAD and BAD. So then we got to go in and plug this in. So we know CAD equals, we said CAD equals x plus 15. So if I know x is 3, then we're going to say 3 plus 15. And 3 plus 15 is 18. So that's one of my answers. Now we got to find the other one. So we know angle BAD was 5x plus 57. So 5 times 3 plus 57. 5 times 3 is 15. 15 plus 57 gives us 72. So angle BAD equals 72. And that would be our other answer. So we found both. We found CAD and then we found BAD. And that is that. So try the rest of these problems. These are all pretty similar. We're just taking one small angle plus the other small angle equals the big angle. That's the big thing you got to keep in mind. Let me know if you need any help.